Welcome back, you guys. Welcome to NeuroArkitect. My name's Tom, and here on this channel, our aim is to guide you into your optimal physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state. Today, let me start off by saying happy holidays, guys. Happy holidays. I just finished up celebrating Christmas, and it was great. Got to see family, got to eat a lot of good food, spend some time with loved ones. It was nice, low-key, very chill, and it was honestly the best way that I could think to spend my holiday. And for all of you guys this season, have a beautiful, merry, happy, blessed one. Whatever you do, don't do, maybe you're just getting together and having a few drinks with some friends. Whatever that looks like for you, enjoy it. But with that being said, New Year's is coming up, and I've been thinking about this. I've had a lot to say about New Year's resolutions and what it actually takes to create habits, to create change, to transform, right? Quick 5-second recap. 95% of our day is driven by subconscious programming. So unless we alter and change and shift that program, we're not going to change our lives, right? I forget how many videos ago I talked a little bit about the need for us to first shift our identity in order to create a different reality, right? Because the world is very often the consequence. It's the result of whatever our internal operating system is creating and running, right? So it's got not so much to do with what I'm going to talk about today, but it does tie into it because resolutions. The word resolution is one that I kind of feel needs to be looked at, addressed, maybe actually taken out of our verbiage in this particular context, right? Because when we engage in New Year's resolutions, right, even the word itself, to resolve, right, we are fixing things. Something is off, right? Now, it's interesting because the original word, if you break down the Latin, often just means to like take back, go back, things like that. Soligere is, or solugere. Don't quote me on my on my old Latin. Basically, that word meant to sort of break down, essentially, and it's almost a distillation process, right? Like you're breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down. And of course, when we're doing math equations, right, we're breaking them down, we're simplifying them into their what? Into their solution, into the answer. And so then over the years, we have developed and changed this word in its connotation, its meaning, to essentially mean, well, a solution, answer, resolution, but also this thing that we now do during New Year's. We create these resolutions, right? But I think the intention behind the word is wrong. Right? Because again, if we really think about what it means to us, it's a resolution, right? It's something we're trying to do. It's something we're trying to change in our lives. It's something we're trying to, in my mind, create, right? So if we get stuck in continually creating resolutions for ourselves, in other words, creating solutions to problems, well, then we're going to continue to operate and have this sort of low-key underlying operating system that's saying, well, there's something that's off, there's something that's broken, and therefore we are going to continue to be fixing those broken things, right? Because until we can adopt an identity as, hey, I'm whole, I'm happy, we're going to continue to sabotage ourselves because, again, what did we talk about in previous video discussing about the ego? Right? It likes things to stay as is. It is safe in that way. So resolutions imply there's something that needs to be fixed. Therefore, you are already adopting this identity as broken, and you're going to stay that way. Well, whatever that is. Of course, you're not broken, is what I'm trying to say. But even the words that we use, the language, the verbiage, right? They hold these meanings, these connotations. Now, of course, if you've had a lot of New Year's resolutions that you failed to follow through on, Mind you, this is also not your fault, and I'll make future videos about this because it's truly not. Honestly, it's no surprise that by February, I think something like 80 something percent of people have already stopped trying to fulfill their New Year's resolutions. It's not your fault. It really is just working with the subconscious mind and learning to reprogram certain things and actually have a good, clear, concise, follow through action plan. Essentially a blueprint for what you're trying to create. And the word create is here is very important because, again, to resolve means to be fixing, to be doing all these things. And if you've been trying to resolve for so many years, you've also now created this identity for yourself, the subconscious wiring and programming, that you are someone who starts things and doesn't follow through. Now, this has now been woven into your identity. So even when you think of the word resolution, it's no longer connoting something positive. It's almost reminding you subconsciously of all the other previous times you didn't follow through. Therefore, you're going to continue to not follow through because now it's getting more and more, it becomes self-perpetuating. It becomes more and more wired into you. So, where am I going with this? Well, I'm going to recommend maybe no longer doing New Year's resolutions. Yes, no longer doing New Year's resolutions. Instead, why not shift the verbiage a little bit, right? Let's start writing new programs for ourselves. So why not? Mind you, this is called NeuroArkitect. I'm, in essence, really trying to teach people to become the architect of their lives. And that changes, and that means changing, their neurobiology, their neuroarchitecture, so to speak, right? And of course, we work with the mind, with the body, and so many other different tools and practices, and really trying to optimize all these different things, but really trying to become the architects of your own lives, right? And this is why I suggest maybe no longer doing New Year's resolutions, but instead having New Year's intentions, right? Already with that word and that word change, it shifts the way that even feels when you say it. When it rolls off the tongue, you feel different. New Year's intentions. Oh wow, it's got a lighter feel to it a little bit. And actually it's a little more forward moving, right? Whereas resolution is pulling me back. Intention, in, moving in, further, deeper. Intend, you're moving forward. It carries some momentum, carries some drive. But now I'm going to do you one better. New Year's creations. Now that is just exciting, right? Because if you get out of trying to fix things or trying to solve things, resolve things, right? Resolutions. And you are now in the mindset of, let me create. Well, what do you want to create? Let me create health. Let me create a body that actually moves and feels good and looks good. Not only that, but what about creating my dream life? What about actually choosing to pursue the things I've always wanted to? And that might mean for some a new career path. And for others, that might mean, okay, hold on, like, I'm not feeling good in this community that I'm in. I'm not feeling good in this environment that I'm in. Or, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I'm looking for in a partner. Let me start to see if I could create the environment, the conditions that are going to help me bring that person into my life. Right? It's all about creation. And it's so much more fun and so much more exciting. And it really helps to then shift that patterning that we've accumulated over the course of our lifetime. That now frees us up to actually be able to move in the direction we want to move. But that, of course, requires a plan, requires some support, requires a lot of different additional factors. But even making that shift of, okay, what am I looking to intend? What am I looking to create, better yet, right? For myself, for my life. That's what I want you to think about. What are you creating? What are you looking to create? Forget about resolving things. Forget about resolutions. Forget about problems. Okay? Not, oh, I want to get over this illness that I have. I want to get over not having this job. I want to no longer feel scarcity and lack. Don't get caught up in the problem. Start thinking about the solution. Start thinking about the creation, right? And then you'll actually move into the solution. So and I say solution, but it's not a problem. It's again what you're looking to do. It's what you're looking to create. I'm going to leave you guys with that to kind of think about. A lot of that to percolate in the mind. And yes, if you are looking for help, of course, you can always schedule a consult with me because that is literally what I do. It is what I live and breathe, right? I am all about working with you to help you become the architect, could be used a verb, the life of your dreams, the job of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams, the body of your dreams, all of those different things. All right? So there will be a link down below. If you want to schedule a consult, it's free. Guys, just talk to me. All right? These are things I like to do. As you can see, I am super passionate about it. So I'm going to leave you with that, wishing you a very merry, happy, blessed holiday, and whatever it is you're doing, celebrating and not celebrating. Talk soon. Like soon, really soon, because I like doing this. Anyway, peace.